Hi, Chris.
Hi, Rob. How's you?
I'm great. How are
Tired,
you?
Rob, strangely enough. Tired.
Oh, I'm tired.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah,
It's been one of those months.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I hear you.
I hear you, Chris.
Rob.
I hear you.
I hear you more.
Yeah. Geez, I wish I had some breakfast. It's early right now for everybody watching, and I haven't had a chance to get breakfast yet.
Well, that's surprising, saying you're in the comfort of your own home and I'm in a hotel room. I'm missing breakfast.
I'm not in my home. I'm not in my home. I'm down at the studio. Where are you?
I'm in a hotel in an undisclosed part of Ireland. Due to NDAs, I can't say where I am.
Ooh, sounds mysterious.
It's very mysterious.
Does Leah know?
Does she know where I am? No, of course she doesn't. You sign an NDA, no one knows. That's an NDA. Non-disclosure. It's not a.
So she's not tracking your iPhone right now.
It's not an NDA. TMW. An NDA. Oh no, it's NDA. ETW. A non-disclosure, except to my wife. That wouldn't work, and I wouldn't have signed that. I like people not knowing where I am. Rob, do you have good story?
Well, that's good.
I hope, and I pray to Jesus that you have great stories today.
I have lots of good stories. And yourself?
Yeah. I'm going with one story, Rob.
And do you want to go first?
No, I'll go after you. My story is about friendship.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
My first story is about responsibility.
Good. That sounds really interesting. Let's hope I can pick things up from that.
Yeah. Well, you're a pretty responsible guy.
Yeah, most of the time.
Aren't you?
Yeah, well,
most of the time. Responsibility. So, gray market. Is a camera manufacturer responsible for gray market product?
That's a good question. Are they?
So, if the camera doesn't work and the person bought it from a gray market dealer, is the camera manufacturer responsible for it? If it's broken, it's broken. If it's a defect, is it covered under a recall? Where does that line lie? Well,
when you buy a gray import, you realise you're foregoing some of the luxuries or some of the things that we take for granted whenever you purchase it. So you're going for you're saving money over you're taking a chance.
The manufacturer behind you.
It's a gamble, isn't it? A lot of the times you won't need it. Sometimes you will need it. I don't buy grey imports.
Only from authorized dealers?
I buy from Panama's. I bought a few things from Panama's, but they have. You should look them.
They have their own warranty.
No. Yeah. Well. Yeah. No. You can send it. You can send it to Sony in the UK. I don't know what way they work at. Which is always a nice thing.
But they pay for it.
Yeah.
Panama.
I think so. You know how good I am at researching this stuff.
So they're a gray market.
Maybe
they're sort of in a gray area of the gray market.
Rob, you've been up early.
Yes, Chris. I have had very little sleep. So
why is that, Rob? Why very little sleep?
Just I've lots of things going on with the dogs. And stuff.
I've had less sleep than you, and I can guarantee that. I'm doing nights, hence why I look so physically dishevelled.
I was going to say something.
Yeah, well, say something.
You look very dishevelled,
I am very dishevelled. I'm
glad you put on some clothes.
I've only the top half, the bottom half is completely naked. Completely naked.
Oh dear.
I'm sitting on a towel, of course. Dear. Well, what can you do?
Oh dear.
And work last night, I don't know what time, 4 o'clock. Same the night before. Same tonight. But Rob, maybe I should interject with my friendship story at this point.
Oh, I wasn't done.
Oh, you're not done.
Go ahead.
Oh, no. If you're not done,
No. I want to reiterate the whole idea of purchasing from authorized dealers and how important it is, especially for professionals.
Yeah.
I mean, as you know, I was in the United States a couple years ago, and one of my cameras died over there. But luckily, I purchased it from an authorized Sony dealer in the UK, and I was able to get Sony United States to agree to repair it under warranty. You know, initially they had wanted to not cover it, but I had to, remind them that, the Sony warranty is a global warranty.
Oh, did they just think because you're out of Blighty, you weren't entitled to it?
Yeah, I was a foreigner, and it's really not what, they shouldn't be repairing foreign cameras.
No, those old.
How much sense does that
Those
make?
Did they think the war is still on? I think that's what's happening. The War of Independence has been rethought.
Could be. But luckily they repaired it, and I was quite happy. So I'm just gonna fix my mic here a bit.
Yeah, you do. Rob, I'm going to be honest with you. You sound a bit vague. I don't know if that's the mic.
Vague?
Yeah, I don't know if can a mic.
No, I've got my coffee here.
Can a mic make you feel vague? Yeah, my coffee too. I just have no way of making it because I'm in a hotel room, starving to death.
God, that's a good Lavazza coffee there. Oh. So yeah, I mean, I was pricing out the Sony A1 just for the heck of it.
Of course you were.
And, it's 6,500 pounds.
That's not bad.
It's 1,000 pounds cheaper in New York City, though.
You'd probably be £1,000 cheaper in Panama's as well, I imagine.
Except you don't get any VAT back from Panama's.
No.
Because they don't charge you any VAT.
No.
So that's how they're getting around that.
Yeah, of course.
So it is, unfortunately, with that particular camera, it is almost worth it just to take a plane and go to New York, buy it, and come back.
Yeah.
Spend the weekend, come back.
But apart from your greenhouse emissions.
Yes, apart from that. I could take a rowboat, I guess.
Well, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to start a campaign right this minute, because there's nothing I would love better than the thought of you in a rowboat across the ocean. So I'd like to start. I'm going to start a campaign now. Because you're
going to start a campaign to buy Rob a rowboat with no oars.
Rob, you've said it. You want to do it. I'm going to make that possible for you. I want everyone to club together. I'm going to start a Kickstarter page, and it's going to be Rob. Think of how Sony would love this. You're going to row. A very brave suggestion, by the way, but no doubt you're up to it. So you're going to row a boat from here to New York to get a Sony, and then you can document the journey on the way back. Genius. It's absolute genius. And if you could put your studio in the care of me just while you're away, maybe in perpetuity, that would be nice. Because I could.
Chris, you sound so much happier now than you did half an hour ago.
Because, well, I don't.
Because you're talking to me. We're having a nice conversation.
No.
You're slowly waking up.
Rob, I've been awake. I've been awake for a while. Because you texted me 3 hours after I got to bed to tell me we were doing this. That's whenever I woke up.
Yeah.
Remember I sent you the message? Remember I sent you a message and you sent me a big scoldy one back saying, "Don't just send emails after a certain time, man, because you're waking up Olivia and the dogs. You're waking everyone up." Oh, Oh, good. I've written hypocrite on. I can't show it to you because my camera's balancing on curry pot noodles.
What? Because I text messaged you at 8:30.
Yeah, that was 4 hours after I went to bed. No, I didn't say I slept at that point because you have to wind down, don't you? You know yourself what it's like whenever you're working. But I'm not. I'm just saying it so the viewers can know that whenever I want to put you on a boat, it's for an excellent fucking reason. Not just to see you, not just to see you. The thought of you drowning slowly in icy cold water. Maybe, I don't know, hypothermia, you'd probably last maybe 40 minutes, excruciating pain in your feet, working up to the chest, then sliding into some sort of Titanic hand out of the water. That's the only thing that's keeping me going right now, is that.
It's a nice thought.
I just want to put it out there to people. Maybe Oliver Jeffers could do a wee drawing of that. I think that'd be quite nice. Rob's demise.
Rob in a rowboat.
Love it.
With one oar.
Love it. Really, really like the thought of all of those things you've just said. Are you hungry?
Make a children's book out of it.
Has your food fallen off the edge? Hopefully it has. There ain't no vegetables in the sea, my friend. Oh, there is. There's sea cucumbers.
Kelp.
Huh?
There's kelp.
You would last. How long?
Kelp.
Seaweed. How long would you last in kelp? Not very long.
Little salty.
Little
salty.
You'd end up drinking seawater. You end up drinking your pee. That's what would happen. Let's figure this out. So yeah, Rob's rowing. We have to come up with a New York. How do we get New York into ours? Rob's rowing. I'll have to work on that, Rob. I'll do it today whenever I'm doing my 12 hours until 4 o'clock in the morning. I've lots of time to ruminate over stuff, to build visual ideas.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you've got all that free time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you've no idea. You've no idea.
Well, that's good.
You've no idea how much free time I have. It's incredible. And luckily, today we're outside all day, all exterior stuff, and it's already pouring with rain. It hasn't stopped from last night. So there you go. In fact, it'll make me feel that kind of watery sense. Will I tell you my story, Rob?
Surely.
My story is about friendship. Now, I know I've covered this before, but this time it's different, isn't it? There's a different feel to this friendship. My story, obviously. I want to talk about friendship and about kinship and about passing work on and about passing knowledge on and about how, because we know things are busy at the minute. There's a wee change.
Are they?
Yeah, you're busy.
I'm not busy at all.
You said you were tired at the beginning of this. I'm picking holes in your story, and you don't even realize.
I'm tired, but I'm not busy with work.
Oh, that's the worst.
No,
the worst.
I'm busy at home.
That's the worst type of tired. That's interesting. I thought you were busy. Then my story seems disingenuous from the outset. I wonder, should I?
Worn down with home life.
Oh, you'd
quite exhausted.
You'd never be worn down with home life. How could you be?
You're not following Lucy's Trust, are you?
No, well, I do follow Lucy's Trust, but I have distanced myself from all social media due to not being able to do two things at the same time.
We had one of our kennel roofs caved in.
Oh no!
So that was an ordeal on its own, just, rearranging dogs and trying to get people to be happy with each other. Like, some dogs aren't obviously happy with each other, so you've got to pair them up properly.
It's like a metaphor. It's like a metaphor for today, Rob, in a sense, if we take things from this story.
No, not really. But anyhow, do you think that we could find, and the roof is asbestos.
Oh dear, now there's an issue.
Yeah. And do you think we could find anybody who would be willing to come and do any work? Nope.
Nobody.
Nope. People have come. We've had one guy come by to do a quote. That was a week ago. That was 8 days ago.
Oh, I see. What,
He still hasn't gotten back to
sorry, I
us.
thought you meant friends. I thought you meant could you find friends to come and help? I was thinking.
Oh,
I think
no,
that,
no. I'm not expecting friends to help with an asbestos
No,
roof. That's
no,
different.
no.
No.
But just a thought, Rob. Just a thought. I'm going to interject just one small thought that's made me laugh. Is that
What's that?
the roof is obviously V-shaped. If you were to take that asbestos, the only thing that would make me happier with you sailing to New York would be in an asbestos boat, because then I know if you did make it, that some way down the line you would still get it. Do you know what I'm saying?
I would get what?
Asbestosis. Let's not muck about with words. Asbestosis. So of course,
Nice guy.
of course,
Nice guy.
of course, you're not going to get anybody. The price of wood's through the roof. Workers are too.
But the thing is we're willing to pay.
That doesn't.
We have to pay. We have to get this done. It's an emergency.
doesn't.
It's raining. Yeah, and we just can't find anybody.
Because people.
And the fact is with asbestos roofs, you don't even need an asbestos specialist
No.
to work on the roof. You can have a regular builder, a certified builder, take the roof off, put all the asbestos panels on a pallet, plastic wrap it twice, and then you can call the asbestos company to come and dispose of it. So you don't need the asbestos company to actually remove the roof. You can have a regular roofer do
Yeah, but
that.
no, there's not going to be.
But we can't even find that.
Well, do you know why? Because it's dangerous work, even for for an ordinary guy. That's going to be dangerous.
Well, if it was broken apart and a mess, if it was all fibrous, sure. But it isn't.
Who's going to take a chance on that?
They get paid for it. That's their job.
don't-
That's what they went out and got asbestos certified.
Yeah, but nobody, in these times when you can pick and choose your work, you're not going to go for here, Darren, do you know what we're going to do today? You and I are going down to bag some asbestos here. Or we could go to Julie's and put in a bathroom for her. What do you want to do? Oh, listen, that gives you a clue to where I am, by the way.
Is that a vacuum?
No. It's a very, very, very low-flying helicopter. No. So you can't get anybody.
So go on. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I don't want to ruin our 30 minutes just talking about this stuff. So
No, you haven't ruined it at all. You've added to it because it is about. I said earlier on, it's about friendship and kinship and love, I suppose, in many respects, and how we should be very, very grateful for.
Oh, I'm extremely grateful for everything that I have. I'm very
Oh
grateful.
no,
I'm grateful for you.
I wasn't.
I'm grateful for you.
I
Chris.
know that because.
And I hope you're not fishing for that.
Oh no.
I wanted to send that your way.
Absolutely not fishing for it. Absolutely not fishing for it. I knew this morning at 8:30 there was a great deal of love there. I really I sensed it from my phone whenever I couldn't see. I had to rub my eyes for 20 minutes because I'd been asleep for 4 hours.
Who would be thinking about Chris at 8:30 in the morning?
Who indeed? Who indeed?
Me.
Who indeed?
Me.
Oh, I'm up. I've had my. What time did you have for breakfast, that Rob?
I haven't had breakfast.
That's not true.
I haven't had breakfast.
You've had breakfast. You've had asbestosis sandwich.
I'm not. Yeah.
That's what you've. That stuff isn't. If that roof fell in, there will have been dust circulating about, blowing. Just so you know. And we shouldn't joke about asbestosis. It's not a nice way to go.
Don't worry. I've been wearing my ventilator anytime I've gone near it.
Have you real well good? Because it could, but the other thing is,
Yeah.
it can go under your clothes. On a serious subject, I knew a guy who worked in a factory with asbestos, and his wife and him both died from it, and he brought it back to her, and it was in the fibres of his uniform.
Wow.
Just so you that's also a piece of advice there. What do you think of that?
Thanks, Chris. Thanks for instilling even more confidence and dread into
But I'm just trying to tell you, you might want to wear a boiler suit and take it off instead of bringing it in and trying to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Chris, I heard you bought a new camera. Well, new to you.
New to me.
How's it
New to
going?
me. Do you know why?
Is it working?
Yeah, it's brilliant. We're photographing on it.
That's
we're
good.
we're videoing on it now.
Good.
It took me a while to sort it out, but it is like new. And it came from a fella. I'm going to say this story out loud. I don't feel like it, but I'm going to say it.
Well, don't say his name.
You think not?
Just give him an alias. And he knows who he is. If he even watches this.
I doubt it. Hey, there's only 3 people watch this, Rob. You and I are 2 of them.
Family and relatives.
Family and relatives. Well, this guy, let's say, put an ad up on Facebook, and I thought to myself, oh, there you go. That's not a bad price. I need a new backup. Let's go and do that. Went and did it, met him, and asked him what the crack was. This guy's a better photographer than you and I put together, Rob. He has a natural talent. A natural. Oh, you don't quite agree with that. You don't.
No, I know. I'm saying yes. I'm going. Yeah, definitely.
He has a natural talent. I mean, a natural talent, and he hasn't been doing it for a while. I think. I don't know if it was COVID.
He's got a full-time job, doesn't he?
He's a full-time
doing something
else. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think fell out of love with it. And then the only thing I could say to him was that, well, he is buying another camera. He's buying a Fuji to kind of find the fun in it again. But he was wanting to move from one. You're laughing at the fun. He was wanting to move from.
No, I'm laughing at moving from Sony to Fuji to find fun. And
well, there's an F and a U. You just need an.
I don't know. Like what is that? Like, how does changing camera brands, really
well, no, it's not the brand. It's not the brand. I think the change is a more a metaphysical thing. If you get what I'm saying, it's more to do with changing the camera he was holding. I think for the time that he wasn't interested in it, so that the holding a new machine and that'd be part of it. But anyway, he does a job that's quite physical, and he was wanting to move for a while. I taught him a while back. He wanted to change over and do more photography stuff. His work is it's absolutely beautiful.
I've seen
stylized, everything else. He has a really good way with him, and it just didn't work out. And whenever I met him, I was genuinely sad. I thought, Christ, I was hoping to come because he was going to buy. He was buying a new A1, and he was flying and everything else.
He's prime. He's the kind of guy who needs like his wife to be a really good manager.
Oh yeah, 100%. Well,
or like a family relative, somebody who's a really good manager who could run a business for him, and he could just focus on
doing the work,
photography and the things.
Yeah, he needs a break.
Definitely.
He needs a break is what he needs. Because I know for a fact that it's something I know. Paper magazine in New York, something got give him a job, he would sail at it. Just one good job and he'd be away. But anyway, so yes, I did. I got a camera, and it's nice. It's 17,000 actuations. It's brand new. It's super duper, and it's good. And
you got a good deal on it, Chris.
I got a good deal on it, and it's good fun, Rob.
Good.
But I need to buy myself some sort of holster thing. You see these guys wearing that I always mock. The cowboys of
like a Black Rapid.
The cowboys of the photography world. Yeah, just something that I can fucking just hook things onto and take it off and down.
Like get sponsored by Black Rapid, like Jason Boland or somebody.
Yeah, it could be an idea actually. Jason Bourne? Did you say Jason Bourne?
Jason.
Yeah, I like the thought of that. Do you know what? Standing on set, 12 hours, 2 cameras is a weighty business.
Yeah.
It's a weighty business. That 70 to 200 isn't light, and you're.
Well, they make a harness, I think.
Oh,
like a full-on.
Oh, do they?
2-shouldered harness and everything. Yeah.
I know. I don't want to look like a dick either on set. You know what I mean? You don't want to be too.
Well, you're past that, Chris.
I am past that, in fairness.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, I know.
Let's be honest.
I know. I've taken the photograph of my shadow now on set when the sun breaks out, which was once yesterday. So yeah, no, it's good. And we're back to the friendship thing. It's important that we cherish, and we go out of our way for our friends, and we I don't know, we ruminate over that, on an empty stomach, indeed, sometimes. But
And we should also push our friends. We should push them to their limits and push them beyond so that they achieve greater greatness, so that they know that what they're capable of doing, so that they're not just laying around and just waiting for the next thing to happen and looking at their watch and going, I'm hungry. I'll go get some food.
I am hungry, and I'm not looking at my watch. Although I did get a new Apple Watch, which I have to say is quite.
Well, I
good.
wasn't talking about you.
Oh no, yeah. Oh, were you not?
Hmm.
Sorry, it felt very.
I was just throwing it out there in the whole world.
Ah, okay.
I did want to bring up one other thing, Chris.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Rob. Go ahead.
Oh, two things. Quickly,
Yeah.
August 14th, we're doing the Photographer's Assistant Workshop here in the studio. You and I are doing that. So we're really looking forward to that. That's going to be great. We have a couple of other workshops that are tentatively scheduled. They're on the website, so you can go to belfastphotoworkshops.com.
Yeah. I think
Got that going on?
I think people just need to. The thing is, Rob, I'm going to be your assistant that day. That's not the way we should do it, isn't it? That I should pretend I don't know anything.
Well, you know what? As you know, you and I did a job a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, 100%.
Where it felt like I went back in time, back to the 90s, and I was assisting. And I got to say, it was really nice. It was nice not having the level of stress of a photographer, but still being able to do all the fun stuff on set.
I have to stop. I have to stop you there a second, because I didn't get a sense that you didn't have a level of stress. You hid that really, really well.
No, but you know what? I am when I'm in that capacity, I am very serious. I act very serious because I just want to make sure that everything is right and running smoothly. But it's a whole clockwork of things. It's a whole routine that you run through your mind as you're looking at stuff. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And as you're a photographer, and especially in a small market like we are in, you don't always get the opportunity to have an assistant. So you're being a photographer and you're being an assistant, mm-hmm. and you're running through all that checklist, mm-hmm. and you're trying to be creative and you're trying to talk to the client. It weighs down on you pretty heavily. Mm-hmm. So when you can take yourself away from the photography, mm-hmm. from the photographer's end of thing, and just focus on the equipment and making sure that everything's running smoothly, it has a nice feeling to it.
Yeah, but also you're never. I don't think you're ever past stepping up to doing stuff. I think it's, I thoroughly enjoyed the whole experience. I'm going to say it was for Aidan, Aidan Moynihan we were working with. And what a champion, what a really, really good guy. And it was, it felt like the God, the Father, and the Holy Spirit, didn't it? A wee bit. Are you thinking that? We all had elements of all of those things around us, didn't we? Though there was something much greater than the sum of the parts. Is that what they say?
I didn't necessarily feel that, but
I did feel it. The part where I almost knocked the camera over was my favorite bit of the whole thing.
So, Chris, we're down to our last 20 seconds.
Oh, thank Jesus. It's too late now.
So I just want to say thank you.
It's okay. The kitchen's closed.
And we'll see you soon.
The kitchen's closed. I can't go and get food now anyway.
Go hit a spar.
Okay.
Bye.
I know. Bye. Don't go, Rob. I need some crisps or something. Hit a spar? Bye. I'm vegan. How can I hit a spar?